Hey, baby loves, and welcome to the Love Series. We are now in 2022, currently in 222, which is a year of love. Now, there's different types of love. There's love of self, there's love of, family, there's love of friends, and there's romantic love. Right now, we're talking about romantic love. Topic today is every person that you love romantically does not want a relationship. This is about love and compatibility. Okay? Now, you can love somebody and they can love you. However, it does not mean in that very moment that you should be in a relationship. You could be on two different levels. You could be in two different places in your life. You could be on two different paths. That does not warrant you being in a relationship. The reason why I say this is because when it comes to twin flames and soulmates and things of that nature, we tend to romanticize it. No pun intended. It's romanticized because we think of the love is so beautiful and it's so wonderful. And it is all of those things. It makes you feel good. That person may make you feel secure, but that's more or less the surface things of love. We got to dig deeper because when it comes to getting into a relationship with someone, do you know them? Besides the rose-colored glasses that you have on because of the love that you feel for them, if you really get down to it and you're realistic with yourself and you're paying attention to the things about that person that may not be so good and that you might not love all the time, you may be on a path where, I'm all about making this money and I want my mate to be on the same page as me. Okay. But you in love with somebody who is not on the same page as you. You might be that workhorse who wants to be working 24/7. You sleep 3 hours a day and work 15 hours a day. Whereas the other person may be the type of person who don't like to work that hard. Yeah, I like to make money, but I do it on my own time. It ain't got nothing to do with what you doing. And y'all might decide to let's move in together because you're so in love. It's new. Y'all in that honeymoon phase. And it's like, yes, oh my God, I want to spend every waking moment with you. And then y'all move in together and you're seeing those habits that are vastly different between you. And you're looking at them like, oh my God, that's all they do is work. Oh my goodness, when is we going to spend some time together? Well, as far as they're concerned, we in the same room and I'm on my laptop doing some work. That's spending time together. But in your mind, Netflix and chill is spending time together. So you haven't gotten to know who this person is deep down. All you've known is, I love him or I love her. And it's like, it's more than that. What type of habits that person has. You got to communicate before you decide to cohabitate or be in a relationship with somebody because you might not be on the same page. That person may have a different outlook from you when it comes to love and how it's displayed, different love languages. They might have a different expectation or mindset when it comes to marriage and long-term, relationships. It's so many things that warrants not being in a relationship with someone because you're not compatible in certain areas. You might not agree on certain things. So love ain't enough to carry y'all through. I'm telling you, we romanticize it because it is a beautiful thing, but we don't think about the other areas of it. So that's more important than being in a relationship. We have to understand who we are in order to come to the realization that love is not a fairy tale. It's not what we see in TV and movies and books and all of that type of stuff. Spiritually, I got to talk on the spiritual level for my spiritual people. Spiritually, you might be right for somebody. That might be your twin, whatever. In the ethers and the other spirit realms and the fifth dimension, whatever dimension, y'all might make beautiful music together. But that's in that dimension. In this lifetime, on this life path right here, right now, y'all might not be on the same page. But just know you got that love for each other. Don't force something to fit that's not meant to be in the current life or may have happened in the past life. It might not be meant for this current life, but in the next lifetime, like Erica said, I see you next lifetime. It may not be meant to be. You know, a lot of times we want something with someone because we can't have them. You might love somebody, this is the twin thing. You might love somebody and they might be in a relationship with a karmic where they're learning certain things and you want them so bad. Oh my God, why they can't just leave? Oh my God. Well, there's lessons for that person to learn. Okay, and then once they're out of it, you might not be ready for that. You might not want that no more. So now they got to wait on you or whatever. So I'm saying all this to say that we have to understand that there's more to it than just the love aspect. We should not settle just because we feel like this person's our soulmate or, you know, this person is my twin flame, so I have to do something. No, you don't. Only thing you have to do is make sure you are good, make sure you are ready, make sure you are healed from whatever traumas or whatever it is that you've experienced from previous relationships, and just allow things to happen in divine timing. Okay, because sometimes we hurt ourselves by forcing something and it's like this wasn't the right time. You know, you pushed ahead, you forged ahead. Okay, yeah, I know they got these quirks about them. Well, I know, you know, they want to be, you know, they don't want to be in a relationship, or I know they, you know, had a huge sexual appetite and I don't, but we can work it out. No, because these are things that you are incompatible with this person about, and it's not going to work. I don't care how much in love you are. Love is not enough to sustain relationships. That's the fantasy we like to live in, because love is a wonderful thing. It's a beautiful feeling and all of that, but it's more to it than just being with someone and leading up to get married. People who are in love have gotten married because they based it off of love, but it was more to it. Okay, are we compatible? Does this person have, you know, a tendency to cat around? Does this person cook? Does this person clean? Do they do their own laundry? Do they even know how to function within a relationship? These are all questions that we have to ask ourselves, because you can love somebody, but when it comes down to it, there's so many other factors. Does this person know how to maintain their money? Can they make money? Do they have ambition? Oh my God, it is a number of things. I could sit here all day long and tell you about all of the reasons why a relationship won't work, because we don't discuss certain things when we embark upon the relationship. All we think about is the love aspect, wanting to be married, all of those different things. I speak on this because most of you who follow me and are going to see this video, I've experienced it. And by no means am I jaded when it comes to marriage. I'm not. But I learned a lot of lessons, and I feel like I want to pass them on and not tell people, oh, no, don't get married. No, by all means, if you find someone that you want to spend your life with in that moment and get married, but I'm telling you what you can do as prerequisites to make it last, or, you know, have a good relationship, or not waste your time to getting into a marriage that's not going to work. Because then you fail, and then you look at yourself as a failure. I couldn't even get married. Then you down on yourself and all that kind of stuff, or you point fingers at the other person, blaming them and all of that. No, there are certain things that, realistically speaking, we need to understand before we go embarking on a relationship, long-term cohabitating, marriage, any of that. It's just so much we need to understand, and we don't discuss because we're blinded by love. Trust me when I tell you, you know, you want to be loved properly and you want to love that person properly. And the only way you can do that is if you communicate and understand that you are compatible. I say all the time, I have yet to be loved properly. And people tell me, like, what do you mean? You could be in a relationship, you could have somebody, but you're cutting yourself off from it. I'm not cutting myself off from it. However, I've dated, I've encountered people who I can see that they're not going to give me what I want or what I need. So why waste their time and mine? Why settle for something that I know in my heart is not going to work just for the sake of being in a relationship? I'm not going to do that. I just can't. And I don't want to see other people do it, because you will fail. There's no doubt about it. You will fail. I don't want to see anybody in a relationship where they're unhappy. I don't want to see anybody in it. I'm not talking about physical abuse. I'm not talking about cheating. I'm not talking about any of the things that we generally look at as the parts that, how do they put it, is a deal breaker. Sometimes a deal breaker is a person who doesn't like to cook. And I'm not just speaking about women. I'm not talking about societal norms. I'm talking about across the board. A woman might want a man who cooks, and she gets in a relationship with a man who can't cook. It's like, that could be a deal breaker. Yes, it could be something that's worked on, but at the same time, he could be like, I don't feel like I want to cook. I work too much to cook. Now you're clashing over something so simple. So it doesn't have to be anything major that makes you incompatible, but it can cause a huge rift in a relationship. So these are things that we need to hash out and understand what it is that we want. We need to have these conversations with people that we meet or potentially could, date and end up falling in love with, so that we know, okay, is this someone I'm going to deal with? Is that something that I want to quote unquote put up with? And I'm one of those people where I don't want nobody putting up with nothing from me, because I ain't putting up with nothing from nobody, So that's just something that I've been looking at, based off of my experiences and my observances, is that, you can love someone romantically, but because you are not compatible in every way. And I'm not saying that you're going to be compatible in every single way, but there's certain things that are deal breakers that could cause the relationship to fold or end. And we want to have as much longevity with someone that we love as we possibly can, if we can sustain it with love and everything else that comes with it. So that's everything that I have for you guys. I thank you so much for tuning in, and I am sending you all peace, love, light, positive energy, and healing vibes. See you soon, macaroons. Bye.